Hello, guys. So today I will actually be going over section 4.2 of IB Business Management. We're in Unit 4 Marketing. So if you have any questions, comment down below. Please like and subscribe so I can continue on making these videos. And you can join my Google Classroom down in the link below for the notes and exercises and the mark schemes for these exercises and even more stuff for IB Business Management. So let us begin. So, what is marketing planning? Marketing planning is a process of formulating marketing objectives and devising appropriate marketing strategies to meet those objectives. So, basically, marketing planning is when these businesses actually develop objectives and strategies in order to get to them. So, they begin by making the objectives, then they make strategies to get to these objectives. It's a detailed document about marketing strategies that are developed in order to achieve an organization's marketing objectives. Okay, so like I just said, component the components of market planning include SMART objectives. So SMART objectives, they're basically an acronym for specific. So it needs to be really specific so the business can really focus and make sure that its resources are really based on achieving this goal. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable. The business needs to be able to do it within a specific time frame, and it needs to have the adequate resources, and the employees and HR need to have specific skills. So it needs to be within the business's scale, but it needs to be achievable. The business needs to be able to do it. So that's what I just said. It's actually very achievable. For measurable, they actually need to find a way to actually measure how close they're getting to the actual goal. So whether there's progress being made, whether there's no progress, whether the business is going backwards. They need to see how much progress they're making. So yeah, then you need relevant. So if it's relevant, it's gonna benefit them in a shape or form, and it's relevant with the current industry. And time specific. So it needs to be within a frame of time. It needs to be like executed by a certain a date. It needs to be it like has a longevity of a certain time period. So these are the goals. Key strategic planning. So it needs to be strategic. It needs to be detailed marketing actions. So this will actually guide the employees in a better way. And the marketing budget, because again, the business has a finance department and the business has specific finances. So they need to see if the business can actually um afford this like goal, and they need to have a budget for this goal. So benefits of marketing planning. So marketing planning helps firms identify potential problems and seek potential solutions for these problems. Okay, so basically, it helps them, identify the problems in order to become better, because the whole goal of the business is to improve in order to gain customers and gain customer loyalty and show their customers that they are working on themselves improving. Setting smart objectives like the ones we just mentioned will improve the change of meeting the marketing objectives set by the business. Sharing the marketing plan with other business departments improves coordination, because I told you we have finance, we have marketing, we have HR, we have operations, so we have all of these departments, and provides the entire organization with a sense of direction, a clear picture. Okay, so once they're actually working on specific strategies, they have specific goals that they want to follow as a business. Once all these like these parts of the business, departments of the business start working together one on one, it'll actually unite them. The business will be more familiar with one another. They'll be more cohesive. So they'll be working on that. So this will really help the communication in the business, making it more efficient. And the like organization will have a sense of direction and clear picture, because they have a specific goal that they want to follow. So it's really the same goal everyone wants to achieve in the business. Every single department is working towards in the business. So really, it's just to unite the business. A clear marketing plan can improve employees' motivation and inspire confidence about the organization's future. So again, the employees will also have this vision. They'll also have this goal. They feel like they're one with the business. They'll all feel united towards this goal, and the employee will actually have a sense of purpose. They'll have a sense of direction. So this will actually make them more efficient in their working. So once they're more efficient, they're going to work in a more timely manner, in a faster manner, in a more organized manner. So this will actually help the overall performance of the business. It starts with each employee, and then it leads to like the whole business itself. Limitations of marketing planning. So marketing planning may become outdated if businesses are not quick to consider changes in market conditions. So basically, like I said, part of the smart goals is that it has to be time specific, right? And if this goal isn't time specific, if it takes too long, and if the business is just really at a slow pace at achieving these these goals, and they are behind in the market, they are not following the market trends, then this will actually be a really negative thing for the business, which makes this a limitation. The process may consume considerable resources such as time and money, like I previously mentioned. So time is really important for the business, and as well money, because they have limited finances, and the business has a lot of capital and revenue expenditures. So you need to keep that in mind, and keep in mind that every time you answer something, you always have to keep in mind time and money in all of your written answers, especially in section B, guys. If you want more tips on that, you actually have to join my tutoring sessions, because now we're just focusing on the notes themselves. We're focusing on the content, but not the context. Once we have cases, we'll be able to actually attach the content with the context. Failure to prioritize marketing objectives may make it difficult for a firm to tell whether they are meeting them. Okay, so like I said, if they don't have these objectives clear, if the whole business does not have the same image, and they don't have this clear-cut image that they're all following, then this will actually make it like unorganized for the business. It'll make the process way slower. And like I said, part of the SMART goals is to be measurable. So this is very important. So here we need to talk about measurability, and here we talk about specific. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now we have market segments. So what's a market segment? Market segments a subgroup of consumers with similar characteristics. Keep that in mind, similar characteristics in a given market. So let's say in this case, a market segment maybe is teenage girls. They're selling like this hip new clothing brand. So it can be targeted towards teenage girls. Let's say that's our market segment. So these individuals all have to like have something in common. For example, market segment, let's say for Ozempic. Ozempic is really trending right now, right? So for Ozempic, initially it was individuals with diabetes, but now the market segment's really expanded. We have almost everyone taking it. Now we have market segmentation, the process of dividing the market into distinct groups of consumers so as to meet the desired needs and wants. Okay, so we have different types of market segmentation. We have demographic segmentation, which is based on age, gender, religion, ethnic grouping. So like I said, for example, you have age, for example, teenage girls, like I talked about, you have a gender. So for example, you have sanitary products for women, so this is just for females, not for males. You have religion as well, you have ethnic grouping, then you have geographic segmentation, so regions in a country where consumers reside. So basically maybe you have a country with lots of flooding, so you have like this tool or this like thing that you can apply to houses when flooding takes place. So this is basically just for like, this is geographic segmentation, because you only aim at targets like at houses that are in this geography. So they're segmenting towards that market, the market of that area. And climatic conditions, like I previously mentioned. So maybe also droughts, psychological segmentation, social and economic status, and values. So this also has to do with other stuff. So you have demographic, you have geographic, you have psychological. These are technically easy because you just have to memorize these titles. Like personally, as a student, what I would do is I would memorize the titles and you just go with it, because psychology is based on like values, demographics based on age and gender, like just really simple to remember. Advantages of segmentation. So the advantage is that segmentation helps the business identify gaps in the market, so domestic and even international. So here you find, for example, a group of individuals, let's say IB students, there aren't much resources regarding, let's say, tutoring. So this is just hypothetical, but yeah, so a business can actually help identify gaps in the market. Okay, so whether it's domestic or international, depending on the market, again, it's always based on the content and the context, not only the content. Designing specific products for specific groups of consumers can increase sales and hence profitability. So when you're really, really specific, what happens during this market research that you're investing your time and money in is that when you're really, really specific, you actually get to understand the ins and outs of the market. You get to understand exactly what these customers want. So when you're actually advertising to them, it will really be clear and simple, and you don't have to invest as much money and time into that instead, because you already know exactly what the customer wants, so they're automatically buying your product. Segmentation helps businesses to identifying the right customers for their products and hence minimizing the waste of resources. I basically just explained that, but that's it. By differentiating their products, business can diversify. So diversify is basically when the business is entering a new market with a new product. So the product is completely new and the market is completely new. That's when you actually diversify. And spread, so I'm just gonna write it down so you guys can get it. And spread the risks in the market and so increase market share. Okay, so let's say there is these new types of shoes, really trendy. It worked out really well in one market, so they end up making, let's say, shoes that are slightly more luxurious, slightly more expensive in a new market. So this is like diversification technically. And spread the risk in the market and so increase their market share. Okay, again, remember, market share is basically how it can be either by value or by volume, but basically by value is the amount they are selling, like basically the sales of the firm divided by the sales in the market times 100. Okay, so that's their market share. That's a percent. It's in a percentage, and you have by volume is basically how much you're selling to the quantity of these shoes they're selling divided by the quantity sold in the whole entire market times 100. So again, this is it. However, market segmentation can be expensive in both research and development. Always, 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 when you're talking about marketing, always in your long answers section, be like whether you have a 4 marker or you have a 10 marker, whether you have a 6 marker at times. Always, always, always talk about research and development and talk about how like it can be costly for firms because again, you always, always, always need to talk about the advantage and the disadvantage. You always have to talk about the drawbacks. So always talk about research and development. Then talk about production and talk about promotion. Okay. So these two, because again, when you're producing dependent on a specific market segment, it can be really, really expensive and costly and promotion. And you can talk about here how promotion can actually be cheaper because they actually know exactly what the customers want. So the customers will already want it. So they don't really have to like convince the customer to buy the product because the customer is already convinced because it's what they already want. So then you have target market. So what's a target market? A target market is a group of consumers with common needs and wants that the business will want needs to sell or serve to. So like I said, basically there's a market segment of teenage girls that the business wants to sell to. That's your target market. They want to sell to these teenage girls. So there's a specific market with a specific need or want that they want, and the business is willing to and able to actually achieve that specific need or want. So that's where the business will be targeting, and that will be the target market. Targeting, the process of marketing to a specific market segment. So we just talked about that and how businesses target these market segments, and they make sure that their products have all of the features that these consumers are looking for. Mass market. So what's a mass market? The mass market is a large or broad market that ignores specific market segments. And this is usually, if you want to think of it, in food, because when it comes to food, everyone wants to eat at the end of the day. So if a brand, let's say, is producing, so you have, let's say, Barilla or the Checo, these two brands are like producing pastas, let's say, raw pastas that are supposed to be boiled. So in this case, they're actually a mass market because they're producing for everyone in the world. Millions and billions of people eat pasta per day. So this is a mass market. Businesses ignore the differences in the specific market segment and target the entire market. Hence, businesses consider the common needs and wants of consumers in the market and aim to sell their products to many customers in order to maximize profit. Okay, so yeah. So because they're selling to so many consumers and so many markets, they end up making extremely high profits. A segmented marketing. It's a strategy that targets several markets and develops appropriate market mixes for each of those segments. Okay, so let's say there's product X, the like business behind product X, the business which produced product X wants to sell it to different types of segments, market segments. So they end up like kind of marketing in a specific way, whether this is usually like geographic, I could say. So we could always say like when it's geographic, that it's based on the country. For example, let's say there's these like franchises that make food. You always see that in different countries they actually have different menus. Like their menus are technically like on the base is the same, but they have some additional foods that they sell, or sometimes they sell even less foods. And this can be based on the geography or the area of where they're selling that market. For example, we do know that for example, McDonald's in China sells like bubble tea, I think, or boba. I don't know the exact term, but basically that. And in my country, for example, they don't sell it. So this really depends on where you're at, which your location. Niche market. So a niche market is a narrow, smaller, or more specific market segment. Suitable strategy for smaller firms that have limited resources. Okay, so they're really, 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 really specific, these niche markets, and there isn't a lot of competition in these markets. These firms can serve market niches where there are few competitors and can take advantage of opportunities that have been overlooked. Okay, so for example, because it's such a small market and because it's catering to such a specific niche, then sometimes they are actually overlooked, and these niche markets take advantage of that and become these niche markets because again their resources are limited, they don't have as much funding. Targeting specific consumers in these segments enables business to make their products more efficiently and effectively. Consumer profile. So this is the characteristics of consumers of a particular product in a different markets based on gender, age, and income levels among their characteristics. So basically, this is based on the consumer, who they are, how much they make, etc. So that's basically it. It's really, really simple based on logic. So now product perception map, it's a visual representation of how consumers perceive a product in relation to competing products. So basically this is usually high. So basically here you have high quality, or no, I mean high price, low quality, high quality. So basically you can have that. Usually it's really based on the case. And actually there is a paper where we can actually do this. It's the November 2021, November 2023 time zone one. Section B, we can actually solve this. So if you want us to solve this, comment down below because I already solved the section A, but if you want me to solve the section B of that part, then we can definitely do that and explain. But they say basically this is it. So you end up just putting the different businesses. Usually they give you business A, business B, or option A, option B. And you can actually end up targeting them on the product position map. So basically keep in mind that when they end up giving you this table, which says like, let's say restaurant A, restaurant B, restaurant C, and they give you like the quality and the price, let's say, or they give you the price and the like food, let's say, or something like that, you can always know that they're asking for the product perception map. The importance of position map is that it can help a firm establish who are its close competitors and threats in the market. So they know who's in the market, and like what's a threat to it. Maybe there's this restaurant that's already making the same foods, but it's really, really popular, has a lot of brand recognition, has a lot of brand awareness, has a lot of customer loyalty, has a lot of brand loyalty. And again, keep in mind the three words I said now, they're really, really important. Brand awareness, brand loyalty, brand recognition. These are all keywords in IB Business Management, especially in Unit 4. You always have to incorporate these in your um, Section B answers. It helps firms identify important gaps or opportunities in the market. It could be filled by creating or offering new products. Okay. Um, so basically here they can actually say, oh, there's no restaurant that makes high quality foods for low price. So let's target that. Or there's no restaurant that makes high quality foods for high prices. There's no luxurious end restaurant. So we can actually do that. So they can actually really see where there's a lot of traffic, with a lot of competition, with a lot of threats, and where there's actually no traffic and no threats. So the business can actually be able to target more customers. It is simple and quick way of presenting a sophisticated data. Because again, it's really sophisticated and expensive and time consuming for a business to actually do this, make it all of this like time, all of this market research. So once it's actually presented on this map, they're actually really able to see it. So it's really simple, yet it's valuable at the same time. It helps a firm in targeting specific market segments and best satisfy consumer needs and wants. Okay. So they can actually see, let's say they want to like sell fast food, they see all the like restaurants selling fast food. So now we have niche market versus mass market. So basically, niche markets focus on small groups of people or consumers. Again, these are usually businesses with limited resources. So they target a small group of people or consumers, and usually these consumers are overlooked. Like the specific needs of these consumers are overlooked. Mass markets aimed at a large or broad market segment, and again, it's usually in the food industry, usually in the food or medicine industry, let's say. So what is a unique selling point? Again, unique selling point is extremely important, especially for paper one in 2023. We're talking about Bond's unique selling point, let's say. So you always, whenever you're analyzing a business, you always need to find the unique selling point. It's a product feature that differentiates it from other competing products in the market. So again, what makes this product different? What makes it stand out in the market? What makes customers choose this product rather than other competing products in the market? Okay, so keep that in mind. The importance of USP, so importance of having a unique selling point, is that it helps establish a firm's competitive advantage, and its product offering and as a result helps attract more customers. Okay, so again, unique selling point and competitive advantage, they go hand in hand together, which is why competitive advantage is actually in bold. You always need to incorporate the word competitive advantage whenever a business has a unique selling point. Even if you're saying that the business should develop one, it should develop one in order to have a competitive advantage, because competitive advantage is what is the reason that the product is sold instead of the other competing product, and it makes the firm more like attractive to customers. And once these customers end up, you know, going towards the firm, they're actually going to become more loyal towards it. So this is going to increase sales revenue and thus profitability in the long run. So again, if you join my courses, you're actually going to be able to answer these questions in that way. So it leads to customer loyalty, like I just said, as customers can identify something special in the production in comparison to rivals. Okay, so like I just said, makes the product or service really easy to sell. So they don't really have to invest more in marketing, and they don't have to actually tell the customer why they should buy. The customer already knows. um so basically, in simple words, the product speaks for itself. Sales representatives who see value in the product or even use the product will find it easier to persuasively and passionately sell to the product. So once to consumers. So once the product has this unique special point, again, the businesses and the employees don't have to make this initiative to convince customers why they need it. The customers will know by themselves, and the employees themselves will be more passionate and they'll be more convinced in what they're selling. Hence, they will actually be able to sell it more at a higher rate. I mean, it leads to improved revenue. Sorry. Some customers are willing to pay top prices for a reputable brand, as they view the product as being high quality. Okay. So basically, because they believe that they're getting their money's worth, they believe that the price is worth it, that the quality translates for the price, hence they're gonna actually be willing to be paying for this. So how organizations can differentiate themselves and their products from competitors. So how is this done? Okay, so you're saying unique selling point, competitive advantage, but how is this implemented? How can a business actually do this? So basically, differentiation enables an organization to provide superior value to its customers and can boost overall profitability and viability. So this is exactly what I just said. Always keep in mind profitability, viability, superior value. These are all keywords you have to incorporate in section B of paper 2. If you want me to solve section B's, please comment down below. And if you want specific ones, then tell me which past papers so I can do them with you guys. Product differentiation. So product differentiation, what is it? It's basically physical or perceived difference in a product. So basically, the product is different. Such as durability. So basically, the product expires at like it takes a longer time to expire, maybe, or like that's for food, or maybe it's some sort of makeup product and it expires later. You never know. Performance. So the product just does a better job. For example, you have a eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette lasts longer. It blends seamlessly. It's just really good quality. And reliance. Okay, so you can rely on the product. You can actually rely on putting this product in your bag and traveling with it to another country, and it'll actually stay intact. For example, luggage. So product differentiation, what is it? It's a short-term strategy since many product innovations can be easily duplicated. Okay, so basically, like the competitor can see that this business has done that, and be like, oh, okay, we can just add that feature. It's not that hard. It's really dependent on the context, so keep that in mind. Patents can be used to protect, because patents is basically section 3.4. We don't have a video yet for that. We're gonna do it soon. Can be used to protect the unique design for the product. However, some businesses choose not to patent, as this reveals to the competitors how to duplicate their product. Okay, so it's dependent on the situation, but patents basically like it's a protection. Service differentiation. Okay, so it includes customer service. So usually this is with five-star hotels with the service, delivery and supporting business elements such as training. Okay, so this is usually for services, like for hotels, maybe even in restaurants. So yeah. However, some organizations view this as a simple component of a business, not requiring any level of sophistication. So it depends. So it depends on the organization, their values, their market segment. Really dependent how much the customer is paying. Usually, it's when the customer is really paying a high end, luxurious price. So, anyways, now we have price differentiation. Um, it's a successful price differentiation recognizes that every customer is willing to pay a different price for a different product. Okay, so it really depends. Distribution differentiation is the channel of distribution or path through which goods or services pass until it reaches the end customer. Relation to differentiation, it's employees, customer links are very important. close relationship between person and the customer builds trust, really leading to a better business performance. If maybe it's like selling in department stores and whatnot. Image reputation differentiation. For effective differentiation for a brand must stand for something. So basically, what if they this is usually like, for example, you can have, for example, CSR. If a brand does CSR, then this will actually give the business more the customers more initiative to like buy from this business. So maybe the business is recognized for like its CSR, or maybe also it can be recognized for like its like environmental practice. For example, Pangaya, the like the clothing business, it like recycle it like produces the clothing out of recycled material. Um and it must communicate something unique and different from existing competition. However, this requires a large marketing budget again because CSR is very, very expensive, for example. So this is it for the video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked this video, and comment down below if you have any questions, and please subscribe and like. And if you want to join my Google Classroom, the link is down below, and my email is down below if you have any questions or anything to just tell me. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye. I hope you have a great day.